All right, there we go.
Hello, welcome in.
Hi.
Hey, I'm Daniel.
Tyler, nice to meet you.
DR Horton. I'm glad to show you around today. Thanks for scheduling a time to come by. Nice to meet you as well, but I just wanted to give you a tour today of our home here in Claremore, Oklahoma. Kind of show you around, answer some questions as they come up, point out some key features of our homes here. One thing I'll say is DR Horton is the largest home builder in the United States, and we are different everywhere in every market. So what we're doing here is just kind of some mainstream, mostly 4-bedroom houses, 1,600 to 2,600 square feet in our different communities, and just pumping them out. We've been here about 2 years, and so fairly new in this Tulsa and surrounding areas. But so I hear you're from California, and I know we're a big presence there as well. And but glad you're taking a look while you're here in town.
So we're in your model home here. Tell us about this floor plan.
Absolutely. So this is a Cali floor plan. It's about 1,800 square feet. One thing I'll point out into these spare bedrooms that we have here is I like to tell people we have room for a queen bed, nightstand, and either a chest of drawers or a dresser.
It's a decent sized room.
Yeah, so they're close to about 11 by 11 if people are wanting those measurements. But it's more about the practical use, in my opinion. Depending on where the windows are, the closets may be, configures the furniture a little different, but we want a queen bed, nightstand, and a dresser to be in this room, or at least possible. So you've got the closets in each one.
Got the closet.
Of course, that's our little secret stash in there.
Yeah, you can.
Some signs, and then our spare bathrooms. We in every home that we do here, we have a tile surround in the bathtub and shower. We have granite countertops at a minimum. Some of our homes will have quartz. You got the undermount sinks, and you got the kind of linen shelves there on the side. This would be kind of our showcase office, but normally that would be a 2-car garage.
Okay.
In the garage, you'll find the attic access with the pull-down ladder. And then you won't be able to see it in here, but around the corner, we would have a tankless water heater.
Okay.
So we have energy efficiency in mind when we build out these homes. And so you've got blow-in insulation on the outside and the double pane windows, things like that.
The entryway is very spacious.
Kind of the same thing going on in this bedroom that you've seen in the other. Again, a queen bed, nightstand, dresser, and the full closet.
This one looks a little bit bigger. What are the lot sizes here?
We kind of measure them in more square feet, so it's going to be around 7,000 to 8,000 is a standard lot size, so maybe like what, 0.15 acres, something in that range. And then we have the cul-de-sacs and things like that that get wider in the back and can have some more size. But every community is different. We have some all the way up to half-acre lots, quarter-acre lots, just in different cities around Tulsa, just in how they're developed. Right now, what we're doing is buying them from developers and just building out the lots. As we establish ourselves in this market longer, we will begin to buy raw land, develop it ourselves, and then be able to do what we need to space that out.
Okay.
You've got a third spare bedroom over there, laid out a little bit differently, but same goal in mind. This plan toward the front of the house, we're gonna make the live-ins or the kids do the laundry. So it's up here in the front of the spare bedrooms. We do not supply with the house washer and dryer, but they are able to be added from our vendor. And then we'll put the shelf up top. Pretty much always gonna find a coat closet somewhere up front in the entry. Of course, we use it for signage, but you all can use it for coats.
Wow, I really like the kitchen. Nice big island.
I'd say a pretty consistent theme to our homes here is an open idea. So some type of an island open to a dining and living space. Most of our plans will have a pretty large corner pantry, which pantries can be somewhat iffy on new houses these days. But we've got the deeper shelves down low for storage reasons and the shallow shelves up top, which are more standard, 12-inch and 16-inch. And then we add the light up there. I have worked for other builders locally, and that's one thing that I point out because others in this range, in this market, are doing the extra things like that.
Oh, nice.
So we have the undermount sink, stainless appliances that come with the house, so microwave, gas oven, and dishwasher from Whirlpool, which is a local factory here in the Tulsa market as well, but the stainless appliances will come in every house that we have here. We also include a covered back patio, which if you want to show now, great.
Sure.
We'll go throughout the rest of the house, but since we're here. So they range in size, but a covered back patio is on every house that we build at the moment. This neighborhood, we've got the hardy plank or the concrete fiber siding. So it's typically better for your paint holding up longer. You've still got your insurance benefits of it being a masonry product. And so in this neighborhood, we have the hardy plank siding with 3 sides full brick.
There's a few houses being built, various stages of being completed. How many houses are built in this community?
Right now we have about 20, and we have about 20 to 25 more.
And they're ready to sell, ready to buy?
Yeah, so we build them out in stages, and that's really where we bring the most value. Is if we build 20 houses at one time, they're pre-planned, they won't look the same, different elevations, different exteriors, different paint colors. Pre-planned, we build them all. We don't allow many changes. We're not handing over 20 pages of options that you can add and upgrade and slow down the process. Process driven, built fast once they get started, and that's where we pass.
And then since you do them in batches, you introduce some variation into the neighborhood between
Absolutely.
batches.
Yeah. So we don't let buyers choose, which there are some cons to that. But at the same time, you don't have to worry about a neighbor liking your all-white exterior house, which has been popular for 5 years or so.
Yeah.
And build one next door, and then they build one next door. We have about 3 out of 20 houses will have that exterior.
Okay.
And we spread them out. So it's all pre-planned before this even got started.
Beautiful.
We use a post-tension foundation, and it's poured at the same time as the slab itself. So here in Oklahoma, we typically most people agree that a post-tension foundation is best. We don't have earthquakes quite like you have back home there in California, but we do have some small ones. But with the temperature change, it could be 30 degrees one day and 75 the next.
Oh, that's where that comes into
That's really
play.
where that kind of moving and shifting can happen, especially in that first year. We want to have a post-tension foundation here, and so that's on every house. So with that possible shift, we do have a full 1-year warranty that we cover on everything to do with the house, but we also include a 10-year structural warranty included in every house. So maybe you get into that home the very first year and that ground shifts a little bit, soil or whatever.
House settles.
House settles, you start to get some cracks in this sheetrock or something, we'll come out, patch that, fix that, and other structural issues that may come up. If we didn't do it right, we'll fix it.
Do you hear that, California? A 10-year structural
10-year
warranty.
Structural warranty, that is true. So in here we vault up to the 9-foot ceilings all throughout the kitchen, living, dining. This all goes up to a 9-foot ceiling. One thing we're doing here is we have kind of a picture windows is what I call them. And so if you can see behind here, there is no sliding up. There's no prairie grid glass, kind of that traditional look. So it's a little bit more picturesque. And you've just got one full window for all your back windows of the house. Your bedrooms would still have, for your fire code and things. Easy, clean, get out and all that.
Easy to access, clean lines.
We'll take you into the primary suite. Here we've got a king bed, so you can kind of see some depth here. King bed, 2 nightstands, oversized dresser. I'd say this is a pretty standard primary bedroom size. Some can be larger, some may be slightly smaller, but we want these furniture pieces to fit in the primary bedroom. King bed, 2 nightstands, dresser, maybe a little sitting area.
And we're looking at fairly large furniture.
And again, the 9-foot ceilings are in here as well.
Oh, very nice.
I'll get some lights on in here. We'll show you the primary bathroom. In this community, I'll kind of get you some space there. In this community, we have shower only in the primary. Other communities, we may have a smaller shower and then a standalone tub. It's just determined if we're trying to get some extra features in there or if we're trying to hit a price point. This is a little bit more cost effective, but we will have the full 5-foot shower, full tile all the way up to the ceiling. And then if we do that, we're going to have the shelving on the side. Always 2 sinks in the primary bathroom. Actually, most are doing like an oval as standard, and this would be an upgrade, but with us, we do the rectangular standard. And then again, you've got granite, not the cultured marble, no Formica, we don't do any of that. Granite countertops. And then the primary closet.
Very spacious.
So full walk-in closet. And then each primary is going to have the private toilet area as well.
There's almost a 5th bedroom in there.
We have a couple plans that may have like super large primary closets, or we have one larger plan that has 2 primary closets. So once I start to gather what's important, the concept is the same. We want open plan, 4 bedrooms, features are the same, but what's important to your client, maybe we can shift them to another house in similar size and there's not much variation in price.
Do you live in Claremore?
I don't. I live in Broken Arrow, which is on the south side of Tulsa. Grew up in Owasso, which is just directly, what would that be, west of Claremore. But here around Tulsa, you're 20-25 minutes from everywhere. So it's all pretty close by.
You want to tell us a little bit about Claremore and or the other communities that you're familiar with?
Absolutely, yeah. Let's talk here in the living room. Go ahead and grab a seat here. But
right.
So basically, Oklahoma has 2 halves of the state. You've got Oklahoma City, really large on the west side, Tulsa on the east. So in the Tulsa market, all the suburbs around Tulsa are growing pretty rapidly for Oklahoma as far as we're concerned. And so we have pretty much every city around the Tulsa market. We're in Bixby, big time growing city out there. That's South Tulsa. Broken Arrow, huge city outside of Tulsa in the south part. Owasso will be coming soon. We're in Claremore. We go even further rural. We're in Manford, which is very far west of town by a lake. And so it's kind of some lakeside property. And we're in the far east out in Pryor, where they have a lot of Google plants and different factories coming out.
Oh, no kidding.
Tech businesses coming in. There's an industrial park out there. And so we have neighborhoods there and coming into that area as well. And up and down that highway, a city called Shodo. We're out farther north, although it's 45 minutes north in Bartlesville. On the way there, you pass Skytook. We're in those cities as well. And I would say in the next 2 to 3 years, we're going to be probably the #1 builder in this market. And I think where our value is we don't have the absolute lowest price. For the recognizable builders that hit that lowest price, we're probably 5 to 10% higher, with a lot more included features. And then the other local builders in this area were probably 10 to 20% less than a comparable house with another local builder because of how we do the system. We don't allow all the changes. We don't have markup and all the things you can add to the home. We build 20 houses at a time most often. We just get them in and get them out. And so, as a realtor, if you come in, we keep it simple for you. this is what we have. If we can't do it ourselves, we are a resource to hook you up with somebody who can do that for you after you close on the home. We want to keep it simple and not muddy the waters. And I'd say that's where our value's at.
Can you speak to the industries that are prominent in this area and the surrounding areas?
Sure. Tulsa's long been known for aerospace. That's what my father had his business through as well. So you have like your manufacturing and your industrial part of the aerospace business, with American Airlines being one of the largest employers of the area. Tulsa is now doing a program for the last few years where they're bringing in tech jobs and doing different grants to kind of draw the tech industry into this area. So a lot of the things that you've seen in the news that Austin is doing down in Texas, Tulsa is kind of a miniature version of that. Competing for some of that business and imitating some of that business as a much more small town home feel, but doing a lot of the same incentives and promotions that Austin, Texas has been known to do in the last few years.
Is Tulsa still doing the incentive where they will pay you $10,000 to buy a property here?
Yes, so there are some stipulations to that, but that is drawing some attention to Tulsa specifically, the Tulsa Remote Program. And actually we have a community that we have sold out of called Cross Timbers, but we're about to do another phase, and that does qualify to be geographically in the area where people who are brought into town to work in that industry and get that grant can use it toward a home purchase in that community. And that's going to be open probably in the next month.
Wow.
Yep. And so they're still doing that, but that's been a big draw to just bring more business that allows them to recruit more employees and really grow that industry in this area.
Do you have kids, or do you have friends who have kids that are going through the school system here?
Yeah, so I have two kids that are elementary age. They do not go to Claremore. We're in Broken Arrow. They've gone through a school nearby called Verdigris, which is kind of in between here in Tulsa. But all of your suburbs of Tulsa have high-rated schools in the public school system. We're seeing a lot more draw to some hybrid schools where it's like part homeschool, part kind of co-op, and they're still allowed to do sports and things like that. That's really growing. They have those in every city now, it seems. And then the sports here, football is king. That's going to be the primary sport of this area, but Claremore is a big sports town. Baseball, basketball, football, those are your main sports, but all of these suburbs are really big into sports, but football is number one for sure.
Right on. Can you think of any other questions to ask about the area?
Yeah, so again, I think in this area we're known for cost of living, and so that's what's bringing a lot of out-of-state buyers. I think last year when I was selling new homes, about 40% of the buyers were out-of-state buyers moving in, and so we're just providing a really good value for that low cost of living. So
California is losing a lot of residents to places like this.
Yeah, bring them on.
Bring them on.
If I can help at all, please reach out and let me know. If it's not me directly, I'm still willing to help out.
And you're JD?
I am, DJ, but
DJ.
Daniel Johnson. So I've been here recently, worked with other builders in the past, but I came over here on a purpose because I like what we provide to the clients with the best value.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for doing this. Had fun.